In an absolutely stunning twist on WWE Raw, SoloSikoa, the enforcer of the Bloodline, launched a brutal attack on Seth Rollins after the World Heavyweight Champion refused to join his growing faction. What started as a simple interaction turned into an all-out ambush, and now WWE fans are left wondering, what's next for Seth Rollins, SoloSikoa, and the future of Raw? Let's break this down because this is huge. Seth Rollins, the charismatic and ever-confident champion, has always prided himself on being a free spirit. He's the architect, someone who doesn't bow down to anyone. But when SoloSikoa, one of the most dominant forces in WWE today, extended an offer to team up, Rollins didn't hesitate to reject it. That decision would come back to haunt him in a major way, as Solo decided to send a powerful message with a vicious attack that has shaken the very foundation of WWE Raw. Why did SoloSikoa attack Seth Rollins? You may be wondering, why would SoloSikoa attack Seth Rollins over something as simple as a refusal? The answer is complicated, but it all comes down to power and control. For months now, SoloSikoa has been aligning himself with Roman Reigns and the Bloodline, a faction that has dominated WWE for years. However, with the Bloodline starting to show cracks, Solo is looking to expand his influence. He saw Rollins as a potential ally, someone who could help him solidify his place at the top of WWE. But when Rollins turned down the offer, Solo couldn't take the rejection lightly. After all, in the world of WWE, loyalty is everything, and Solo had clearly expected Rollins to fall in line. Rollins' rejection sparks a violent response. What happened next was pure chaos. After Rollins made it clear that he wasn't interested in joining Solo's faction, Sikoa snapped. In one of the most shocking moments of the night, Solo attacked Seth Rollins from behind, leaving the World Heavyweight Champion reeling. The viciousness of the attack was unlike anything we've seen in a while. Solo didn't just want to send a message, he wanted to break Rollins physically and mentally. As Rollins was blindsided by the assault, it became clear that Solo was sending a warning to the entire WWE locker room. Don't defy me, or there will be consequences. What's next for Seth Rollins? Now the big question is, what happens next for Seth Rollins? After a brutal attack like that, will Rollins be able to recover and maintain his status as the World Heavyweight Champion? We've seen Rollins bounce back from tough situations before, but with SoloSikoa now gunning for him, his journey as champion may have just become even more difficult. Will Seth seek revenge on Solo, or will he be forced to adjust to the shifting power dynamics in WWE? One thing's for sure, Rollins' reign is in serious jeopardy. Is SoloSikoa set to dominate WWE Raw? SoloSikoa's decision to target Seth Rollins might not just be about personal revenge. This could be the beginning of a new era on Raw, one where Solo takes control and carves out his own legacy, separate from Roman Reigns and the Bloodline. But what does this mean for the other superstars on the roster? With Rollins now on his radar, could Solo turn his attention to the World Heavyweight Championship? And if Solo becomes the focal point of Raw, where does that leave Roman Reigns and the rest of the Bloodline? Is Solo on the verge of breaking out as the new dominant force in WWE? The future of WWE Raw. Will Rollins be able to defend his title? As WWE fans, we all know that the architect of WWE is never one to back down from a challenge.